We are Pagandom from Gothenburg, Sweden, and this is Dave Softee's Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. Stay tuned, or don't stay tuned if you're a complete idiot.
Alrighty, Metal Maniacs, here we go. Please help me welcome back to Metal Messiah Radio, hailing from Gothenburg, Sweden, from a thrash metal act Pagandom, here to talk about the latest music from the band Ashes, which is self-released January 29th, 2021. Joining us is founding member and the shaven Christian Jansson of vocals and bass of Pagandom. Yeah, I have to say, I noticed you look like it made you look younger, actually. Not that you looked old with the you had a nice full beard and it's kind of like a shaved head, and now it's reversed. Now you grew back your hair and you have a mustache, but you shaved the beard and you look a little bit different. But you sound exactly the same.
Yeah, it's still me.
And welcome back to the Metal Meltdown. And how you doing out there?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we're doing fine. Strange times, but it's slowly moving forward. Not that many rehearsals, and of course no gigs, but
it's the
it'll come.
And it's a really fucked up situation. And it's been a while since we had a chance to talk about Pagandom. So we talked about COVID just now, and I'd like to know how you've been out there, Christian, especially with this COVID pandemic. Have you have any issues with it? I know it probably slowed down what you wanted to do a little bit, maybe it gave you more time to put out the new offering. I'm not sure, but unfortunately, like you said, you weren't able to do any shows in 2020, and who knows what 2021 is going to bring.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we were just about to start fishing for a record deal. I think like the same time when the pandemic was put into motion, so to speak. So therefore, nothing really happened, and that's when we decided we should release it ourselves, just to get it out, because it's been 4 years since the last album. So we just wanted to get it out and start writing new material.
Yeah,
basically.
that makes sense. Sometimes it's better off self-releasing it, you have more control over it. You have maybe more expense. But I know a lot of bands I talk to, they do get signed, let's say, but they still got to pay out all this money to get the record done. And there is like, where's the
Yeah.
benefit of doing that when you could just do it yourself?
Yeah, exactly. The last album we had to pay for everything except like printing the CDs and the promotion and so forth. But otherwise, we pay for studio, for mastering, for cover, video, everything like that. So
so it's been 4 years since we last talked, and it was about Hurt as a Sorrow, and that was a very enjoyable interview for everyone that was listening to it, and for me as well. So it was really great to have you back here. So I want to congratulate you on the new music. I have listened to it over and over again since I got my hands on the digital promos, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. You have that sound that, like I mentioned, vocally, you have that Tom Araya sound of Slayer, and you have your Pagandom sound. It's really good.
thank you. Well, yes, it's not every day I get compared to Tom Araya, but I will take it with a pinch of salt. But I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, Slayer is like, yeah, the blueprint. This kind of music, and you know, they're always inspiring.
Well, the fact is, you have the big four, and you have a new band coming out every day, and usually one of those bands, the new wave, if you want to say new wave of thrash metal, sounds like one of the big four was somehow or another, or
Yeah.
maybe the 5, 6, or 7. One of those bands for the last 30 years. But it's hard to have a different sound and be thrash. It's very difficult. But you have a great sound. Oh yeah.
Thanks.
And I noticed you have a new addition to Pagandom since 2019. Would you like to mention who is currently in the lineup of the band in the year 2021?
Yes, sir. Besides me, there's also founding member Martin Carlsson on guitar, who has also recorded and produced and mixed the album. And drums, we have Sören Fardvik. He's been around since we got together again in 2013. And we have a new guitarist called Rune Foss, who is also in a band called, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Putereon. They're like H.P. Lovecraft death metal band. Really, really good. They released an album late last year. Amazing stuff.
Excellent.
So yeah,
great. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that has some difficulties in pronouncing names, so I don't feel so bad. Thank you. And, let's learn all about the latest from Pagandom. What was the process like this time for Ashes, as far as the writing of the words and the music? How did it all come together this time? Is it basically the same way, or did you have a different kind of process?
well, it's a bit different from the last album, because the last album we were all four of us wrote it together, and it was the first time for me writing with two of the guys ever, and me and Martin hadn't been writing music since like mid 90s, so that was a challenge. But this time around, me and Martin wrote the whole album.
Very good.
Because we had Boris, who wasn't really that interested in writing, and a drummer didn't have any inspiration for various reasons. So we just dug into it, and yeah, it was a great process.
And it's a great accomplishment, the two of you doing that.
Yeah, I mean we've been friends since we were like 17 or something, like in 1984 or 5, something like that. So it's a good relationship. We know each other.
That's excellent. And you just told us that Martin was the one who mixed, mastered, and produced this offering. But what studio was Ashes recorded
in? We recorded the drums in Studio Fredman with Fredrik Nordström. He is responsible for At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul, that classic album. So he knows what he's doing. So we basically recorded the drum there, and the rest in Martin's own studio. Yeah.
All right, cool. And can you tell us the details behind who designed the CD art for Ashes, and also I noticed the band logo has a fresh look. So if you could also tell us who designed the updated Pagandom logo, please, Christian.
I think I'll have to take full responsibility for that myself. I made the logo for the last album, and it was really kind of homage to Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I took that font from that album and just kind of made our logo from that, and then I just kind of developed it a little bit.
Yeah, you made it more geometrical, I would say. It looks good.
Yeah.
And people that might not be familiar with Pagandom, they might not notice the slight change, but it does look really good. Congratulations. And let's inform the listeners on where would be the best place for a fan to pick up a copy of Ashes. Now, is it available on CD or is it just digital downloads for now?
Right now it's just digital, but we have ordered. I think it's 200 limited edition of 200 vinyl albums. Yeah, coming hand numbered and whatnot. Arriving, I think we can start shipping in early mid-March. So, and we're the only ones who are selling it. So, if anyone is interested, they can contact us via our Facebook page.
Facebook.com, Pagandom GBG.
Pagan.
Very good.
That's short for Gothenburg.
Right. I remember you telling me that, right? And you also have your Bandcamp. Could they get it through the Bandcamp, or that's just the digital files?
Good question. I have to get back to you on that.
We'll figure it out. But what about CDs? When will there be a physical copy for this, besides the vinyl?
I'm not sure. Since this is full on DIY, so and we have no budget at all. So we're starting with these 200 vinyls, and then we'll see the interest and see if we manage, if we can scrape me, and if people want like CDs, then we will probably.
That's actually a great plan. I hope it all works out for you. And what about merch to support Ashes? Do you have any shirts or patches or anything in the works that we can inform the fans about?
Yeah, we have also incoming shirts, probably at the same time as the album, the physical album.
Very good. Then I noticed you posting about your two singles out there. The first one being The Obstacle, and the second being Don't. And now I must have missed The Obstacle, but I did see Don't in the video that I noticed on your Pagandom GBG on YouTube. And it's good that you have that out there. And do you plan on having more videos for Ashes? And could you tell us more about the Don't video? Who created this as far as production, editing, direction? And like I said, if you have plans for any more official or lyrical videos, if you could let us know about that as well, that would be great. We actually talked this yesterday, and our second guitarist Rune, who is in fact working as a director in the more fashion industry, photographer and director, he had an idea about that we should make another video, so that we'll probably do that. I think he and I had the idea for the Don't video. I had originally an idea that it would be just one take, that would just walk around this graffiti area, but we had some technical issues, so we had to drop that idea on site and just like, okay, what do we do now? Well, so we came up with that. We had a friend holding the camera, and we were walking around basically, and then we filmed a little bit in our rehearsal space, and then Rune put it together. All right. So, well, I find that it's a really unfortunate situation that we're in because of the COVID, that you can't be out there performing, so you really can't do much to support the band with the live shows and get the word out there. But I guess the one thing you really could do is either do a live streaming, or you could be doing the videos to make people aware that you're out there. I mean, luckily enough, I was sent an email from Vlad Promotions, and then when I noticed that, and I posted it on my timeline, I said we have to do a new interview, and that's why we're here. And I noticed the 29th you had a live streaming of the album, so that's a great idea. It's very important to do that.
Yeah.
And would you like to talk about your bass? Are you a gearhead? You like to talk about your equipment?
My bass? Nah. Well, I can say like this. I never rehearse. I'm not that kind of. I'm not kind of interested in technique or in gear. And sometimes people, I don't even know how thick my picks are. I have no idea what size my strings are.
I hear you. I hear you.
Just
yeah, some people are gearheads
yeah.
that love talking about this, and I try to follow along with it. You know, I'm not a musician, so for me, it's like, oh, okay, like a different language. But yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, and it's so cool. Now I just want to know what your thoughts are because of COVID, which we talked about. With this pandemic going on, have you had any thought process for the future of your shows? Any plans in the year 2021, maybe springtime or summer? Have you had any thought about anything to do with that, or are you just chilling out, waiting for this thing to be over?
Yeah, more like just sitting in the boat, sitting on our hands, just trying to wait it out, kind of. But I think we are going to focus on writing the next album right now. We have already started. So I think we'll focus on that. And if things change, that people can meet and go to concerts in one way or another, then we will of course try to play, because we want to do that, of course. But the immediate plan is to
That's
write.
excellent. That you already have this brand new album out there, and vinyl's coming, and hopefully CDs, and you're already going to be working on the follow up to this. So that's good that you're making the best of your time during this situation. But what do you do for your livelihood? I mean, how do you make money if you can't make money with the band? How do you make money out there? What's your regular job?
I work at a street paper in Gothenburg. Street paper where people from struggling with and homelessness and so on is selling. So it's a gratifying job. It's really interesting, and it's really tough but rewarding. So
it sounds like an important job for people that have issues with dependency and all that. So yeah, congratulations for doing that.
Mm. Yeah, it's nice to have something that I'm not really sure I would like to have music as my job. I'm not sure about that. It's something I get frustrated at work, of course, but then I have something to write about and scream about. So yeah, it's kind of a good symbiosis.
It makes perfect sense. And Christian, would you like to say anything to the Pagandom supporters out there that are tuning in right now? Anything you'd like to say to your fans?
I can start with saying hi. Sorry that it took so long between Hurt as a Shadow and this new album, Ashes. There's been many obstacles along the way. So I think maybe that's why we want to, hurry up with the next one. So you never know what kind of obstacles are in your way. So in early 2018, we had this real flow writing, and I was on my way to Martin to on bicycle to write, and I got halfway there, I got hit by a car, and I came home 2 months later in a wheelchair. So a lot of time that year, 2018, with a lot of rehab and hospitals and
I had no idea.
Whatnot.
Wow.
So no, yeah. So we I think that's why we wanted to just write now. You never know what's going to happen. So
that's what life has showed us. You never know what's going to happen. You never know when it's going to end. But I wish you the best with that. And Christian, before we go crank up more Pagandom with music off of Ashes, I just want to make sure that we got everything we could out there to the listeners. That being said, is there anything else we could bring out to them that we have yet to discuss? Anything that you want to mention to the fans out there?
Well, no, I'm not sure. we're just so happy that Ashes is finally out, and we have had great response so far. It's just been out like since yesterday, so but so far so good, and we're really looking forward to meeting people who like us and dig our music, so we can talk and have a beer and play music. That would be, yeah, that would
Excellent.
be
And
great.
there's many times that I do interviews, and sometimes I get with the band maybe 6 months after the release, and in those 6 months, maybe there's a lot of things going on that maybe wouldn't have happened as soon as the release is out there. And in this situation, the release is fresh, and you have the digital promos, and you're getting things done. You're in the process of getting the merch done, the vinyl, hopefully CD. So there's no shows that you can do now. So I think we pretty much covered all we can. I think we did a good job in informing the people of what is going on with Pagandom. And the best part of doing these interviews, especially now, is that people know Pagandom is still alive and doing their thing. And we wish you the best in the year 2021 and all future years. We, of course, hope this fucked up situation with the pandemic goes away as soon as possible, and then you could do exactly all that you want to do in this world of metal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
So I noticed you have a little, either a cold. You don't have COVID, right? Yeah, good.
No,
Good, but you have
I
a
don't.
slight cough there. So please take
Yeah,
care of that. But also, thank you for coming back on the Metal Meltdown. I wanted to make sure that we got this covered and that we could promote the new album and let everybody know about it, and do this interview and play a lot of your music from Ashes. And of course, like always, we hope for the best. So please be safe out there, and keep in touch when you have more videos. Also, when you do get the vinyl out there, please let me know so I can
yeah,
help spread the word on that. And any news you may have, whatever's going on with Pagandom, because this is really messed up situations that we're in, and we support the underground, and we really want to do all we can to help you spread the word of what's going on with Pagandom. So please keep in touch so that we can help you.
absolutely. Thank you so much. It's been great talking to you, and it's nice to be back. Very
Thank
thankful.
you, and
Thank you so much.
you're writing new stuff. So if you have another album out next year or year after, you'll be back on Mel Meltdown again. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you.
Yeah,
You got it.
it's a date.
So let's go crank up some
Yeah.
more music off of Ashes, and let's crank it up loud. And thank you once again, Christian, for coming on the show. Thank you so much.